Hey y'all, Shay BCBA. Today we're going on a little walk to the park, like always. Hope y'all had a good day. Today's discussion will be about being somewhere where you're the only person and you don't really see much representation. Hope y'all tune in. Let's go. Come take a walk with me to the park. ABA in general lacks in diversity, and how when I first kind of started off in ABA, I was the only person I saw. So for me, I started off in a nonprofit organization. That organization was in a little bitty city called Beaumont, Texas. If you're not familiar with like Southeast Texas, it's a small town south of Houston, basically, and there's not a lot of diversity there in general. So for me, going into a non-diverse organization or with the BACB, getting interested in being a BCBA, I had to kind of do my own research and go out of my way in order to understand like how to become a BCBA, the 2,000 internship hours, the studying, the different things that we have to do as like interns and things of that nature. But one big thing that I did not see was people who look like me. I did not meet a Black male BCBA until I was probably 4 or 5 years into ABA in general. So in this small town of Beaumont, even though I did not see any representation of BCBAs that were Black or male, I saw many, many clients who were Black kids, Hispanic kids. There was a lot of minority kids in that area in Beaumont where they needed services. My list for people who needed services was like at 150 at one point, and we just could not keep up with the amount of people that needed the services. And a lot of those people were minorities. I saw that there was a need. I just didn't see anyone that was doing it. So it was like something that I was going into kind of blindly, and it was something that I was going into where I didn't really know if it was possible. To be honest with y'all, I didn't know if I was going to become a BCBA during this time. Like I knew it was something I wanted to do, but the lack of me actually seeing it in person, I didn't believe fully that I was going to be able to do it. I was driving trucks at the time and doing like CDO work to supplement for my education and for my hours that I had to accrue. So despite the like disbelief in myself and the lack of representation and the fact that I didn't really see anybody that was doing what I was doing on social media, really anywhere, when I researched, I saw one lady named Dawn, the BCBA mom, and shout out to her because she really inspired me and showed me that it was possible for a minority to do what I was trying to do. And she had a kid like I had a kid at the time. So shout out to her. She really inspired me. And aside from her, I didn't really see any males that were doing it. I had to really try to muster up the courage in order to keep going because it's a really hard thing to do when you have to accrue 2,000 hours. You have a child that's dependent on you. You have all of these factors that you have to consider, along with the fact that people are kind of treating you as if you are not capable of doing what you're trying to do. But I kept pushing. I started to think maybe if I'm not seeing anybody that looks like me, maybe I should be the first one. I come from a long line of people who, like my grandfather came here on a boat from Barbados and he became a doctor from nothing. So I came from a long line of that, and I just kept that belief in myself. And it was a tough road, but the journey was well worth it at the end because now I was able to pass the exam on the first try and move on to becoming a BCBA and really reaching that goal that I really wanted to achieve. Like I said, at one point, I really did not think it was possible. I remember crying in my car just thinking like, man, I'm never going to get this done. Because the job that I was trying to get at the time, they were like, yeah, we can't hire you because of such and such. And I had some stuff on my record I had to like clear off before I was able to get the job. And at the time, I was like, man, if I can't get this job, I'm never going to be able to do what I'm trying to do. But it all worked out. I was able to get the job, but there was many, many challenges along the way, and it was very, very tough. And the representation along the way was so very low. After I passed the exam and I started to build my caseload up, my parents started telling me things like, you're the first BCBA that we've had that really understands our culture the way that you do. And a lot of my clients at the time were like Black, Hispanic, and other minorities. So that really made me feel good. It made me feel like I was creating some sort of impact that was stronger and greater than just me passing an exam and getting a job. I was actually making a difference and doing something that was bridging the gap, right? So representation doesn't just matter, it changes lives. And that to my families, and that I was able to showed to my RBTs that really made a difference in their lives. And I really was starting to feel the effects of that. And I was so proud of myself, right? Going from not really knowing if I had a job to working 2 or 3 jobs at a time to now being able to provide something like therapy and helping a child with autism and doing something that really mattered, in my opinion. So that's kind of why I'm here doing this right now and speaking to you is because I didn't have anybody that was there to speak for me that looked like me. So hopefully I could resonate with some people that's looking up a way that they can be a BCBA and maybe they're a Black male, maybe they're Hispanic male, whatever the case is. Hopefully I can be kind of that bridge to you to kind of show you that it is possible. You can do it. And, if we can make a difference. So I hope y'all found that to be informative and helpful. And hopefully y'all drop a comment and interact with me and just tell me your story if you have one and tell me your thoughts if you have some. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.